Once you've successfully set up your pressure chamber, the next thing you're going to want to do in PneumaticCraft is start drilling for oil. This here is my basic oil drilling setup. Now, you will find oil, like you will here, just anywhere in the open world, and you'll find much more of it down below as well. What I'm actually going to do here is set up this exact same installation, but from scratch, so you can see what I've done. So step one, find your oil. As you can see, we have found oil. One thing to note as well, you may have other mods in your mod pack that are generating oil. Don't worry if you can't find any PneumaticCraft oil in your world. The mod is clever enough to know and be able to collect and use any type of oil. So the first thing we're going to need to get is a gas lift, okay? Quite simple to make here, as you can see. Get your gas lift, and I'm just going to place some peat here, and I'm going to put the gas lift here. So it's over the oil. Now, it will need some pressure. So by this point, you should already have a little compressor. I'm going to use an air compressor, fill it with fuel, and add some speed and a security upgrade so that the pressure doesn't go over, and so that it gets to where we want it a bit quicker. Now, don't forget that you can actually see where the pressure is coming out of, and we can add pressure into any of these holes on our gas lift. So I'm simply going to attach some pressure tubes. You can now see the pressure is building in the gas lift, and as you can see, it is already filling up with crude oil, which is fantastic. Now, if you are far away from your base, maybe you need to transport some oil back to your base. The way I would do this is using a liquid hopper from PneumaticCraft. The way that you want to do it is you face it to the block the opposite. And I'm not going to explain this very well, so I'll just show you. If I want it to pull out of the gas lift, I need to do it from the block above. So I'm going to actually go below here and then right click on the block above, and then use my wrench to turn it. And as you can see, oops, crude oil is now coming from the gas lift into the liquid hopper. In the mode, you can actually change it so that it leaves a bucket in the tank here, basically filtering the liquid that you have in here, which is really, really clever. Obviously, if I place it down here, it's going to take it from above and put it below like a normal hopper would. So it is omnidirectional, and you can right-click with the pneumatic wrench to change which way it's facing. As you can see, I'm actually piping up this lake of oil really, really quickly. It wasn't very deep. The deeper pockets are generally underground. But for this, it's okay. If you are going to be taking it back home, you could plop on top a small fluid tank, and that's going to place the liquid hopper into the tank. And as you can see, this is filling up with up to 32 buckets of crude oil. And that is how you get crude oil in PneumaticCraft. We can then process this. Let's see if I can look at it in JEI. Yes, here we go. So the next item or thing you're going to want to do is process it in a refinery. You can see here the crude oil with the temperature going up into diesel, kerosene, gasoline, and then LPG, baby! Yes, the end.